So part of the question then is, how do you mainstream some of these kids? One of the biggest issues is these parents will come with you once they get 12 or 13. Do they try to put them in a separate school, or do they try to keep them in a special school? How do we make the classroom a positive place for everyone to learn? If you've got a child who's taking a one-on-one aid, or you don't have a one-on-one aid, but the child's having a very difficult time in the classroom and very disruptive of other kids because they have a lot of meltdowns, what does that mean for the other 30 kids in the classroom? It becomes a real management issue. I get called into IEPs and issues on that one. That's probably the most common reason I get called into IEPs. Very disruptive in the classroom. What special skills does our team need to work with these disorders? You're finding more and more schools sending teachers. Yes, there's a specific teacher credential now, but you're finding more and more of your schools having specialists on staff because they're seeing more and more of these kids mainstreamed. A lot of times they still won't do the assessment, and so they'll do an IEE and contract out for an assessment on it, but they will have people trained in intervention on staff. And one of the big issues, what's the impact on our school budget? It's never verbally expressed, but you know that's always a big thing in the background. It's not something they're able to consider legally in the United States. Every child's able to look at a free and appropriate legal education, but one of the little guys that I was working with in upstate New York, it was costing for a private placement $30,000 a year, and that was the entire budget for school books in the district that I was in. Where were they going to get that money? And especially as we start to sort of see what happens over the next 2 or 3 years, this is going to become an even bigger issue because it's not overtly talked about. People won't talk about it very much, but this is a huge issue. Governing services.